Good evening, everybody. It's been a wacky 24 hours. Um, Last time I did a video, I was a little stressed and a little just exhausted. The days have been, I don't want to say long and tiresome because some of them haven't been all that long, but Wednesday was more stressed because of things that had happened during the day that caused me stress that I was not ready to deal with because most of the time I can deal with this with most of my stress now. But yesterday it wasn't total stress. It was more like I'm tired. I just want to go to bed, but I wanted to do my video because I haven't done one in a couple days. But what happened yesterday to make me look stressed and it was more tired than stress. When I got to work, I could not make any of the tzatziki or hummus for my job because earlier in, this was like 8 o'clock in the morning when I get, or not 8 o'clock. I got to work at 7. That's when I punch in now. And I was told that the grinder that we use to grind up most of our product for sauces was broken. And I went, broken? How? That thing was an old workhorse. Well, what happened was one of the people earlier in the morning who makes like Chipotle mayo or stuff like that, and they have to grind up a bunch of different products with mayo and all that to make this mayo. Well, when she went to hit the button to start the machine, she hit the button and the button went plop. Literally came unattached from its where it's mounted and fell into the machine. So we had a guy looking at it today. So yesterday I could not make any of my sauces. Today I had no sauces because I ran out yesterday. That's why I was going to make them. And it was just kind of like one of those, ugh. And I should not have said it because I should have kept my mouth shut because I literally said, what else is going to go wrong? 50 years old and I can't keep my mouth shut when it comes to that stuff because I just know something's going to go wrong, but it's like, when and where? Well, the rest of the workday went all right, except for the fact I was like, I'm sorry, I'm out. I can't make anymore, and I had to do that today. And well, what happened was I got home, and when I got home, the lawn people were here working on lawn. Well, one guy for the company that we paid money to get our lawn done. Well, towards the end of after he got done mowing everything, he pulled up, what are you doing when you get done mowing? You pull out your weed whacker and you start getting the edges and whatnot. Well, that's exactly what he was doing, and he was on the side porch in front of the Arcadia door. And I'm sitting in the bedroom with Jerry talking, and I hear this thud. Now I was like, what the heck is that noise? And so, of course, I got up to find out what it was. I thought it was something, because the way it sounded at first, it sounded like something fell off one of the shelves and bounced off the toilet seat when the whole thing's closed down. So I looked in there and I was like, okay, nothing out of whack. And I went and I'm looking around. I have the curtains are closed in the living room most of the time because we don't sit out there that much anymore. But I didn't notice it, and I went into the kitchen. I'm looking around the kitchen. I looked at the kitchen window, and I'm looking at the arcade door going, something looks wrong. So, of course, I went into the living room, opened up the curtain, and I went, oh, boy. So what seemed to happen is while he was trimming the edges, the weed whacker hit a rock, just even a small pebble, launched it at the Arcadia door. Luckily, it only, it didn't shatter. Like, the pane of glass is still in there, looked like, some sort of weird crystal decor. But of course, you can see where the rock hit because of the shatter point. And thankfully, the pane of glass on the inside was untouched, unbroken. So we're now like waiting for one of the glass companies, Miller Glass, I think it is, to come out and look at it and estimate how much it would replace just that one pane, or are they going to have to replace the whole unit or what? And I'm just kind of like, oh, how much is this going to cost us? Now, from what I understand, the company who does our lawn said that they were going to pay for it because it was their guy's accident, and they cover this stuff. They're insured for this stuff, and I'm like, I hope so, because I really don't want to argue. I'm having enough problems with my insurance. Well, not really my insurance. It's more like I get to that in a moment. But it was just funny. It's just like, yeah, I had to open my mouth about what else can go wrong. So that's what made me look stressed. But now that I look back at it a day later, going, yeah, universe is playing jokes on us. Yay. But there's a whole lot of things going on. I tomorrow morning, I'm only going to work a half day because got to deal with an appointment that popped up. Jerry's on wait lists on certain things, and they finally called her earlier today saying, hey, can you come in tomorrow at 11, be here by like 10:45 to have your appointment. Of course, Jerry was like, sure. And I'm like, who's going to take you? So I have to get off early to deal with that, which I'm not looking forward to. You know, but yeah, I can say this much: at least I'm trying to put a half day in, and then just call up, but crack of dawn, going, I'm not going to make it in because an appointment popped up for my wife. Yeah, so yeah. But I also have Monday. I have to take off for medical appointments of my own. I have my foot doctor. I have a follow-up on my I have a follow-up on the podiatrist. I have a follow-up on my main doctor, my primary, and then I had planned to do it after work, but if I'm taking the whole day Monday off for 2 different appointments, I'm going to, after those 2 appointments, I'm going to go to Compass Health because my insurance said you can get a hold of this psychiatrist and they'll take you and will cover you. And I called them up trying to set up an appointment, and they said, oh no, you have to go through Compass Health, and they will set up an appointment for you, and then we'll call, or we'll see you on that day for your actual visitation with the psychiatrist. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting that done. I just gotta honor that. I gotta make sure I do that. And then the eye doctor I wanted to go see, which was right here in town, and they go through the Mercy people that I go to, my primary and my podiatrist, for an eye exam, but I won't be able to go there until mid-October. Actually, I have the paperwork here, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, come on. No, this can't be right. Yeah. October 25th, I go see my eye doctor. I finally go see an eye doctor. And I'm hoping while I'm at Compass Health, because they said something about dental. Maybe I can try to set up an appointment through them for dental and finally get this shit dealt with. so I can finally have dentures and be able to chew meat and other products without looking like I'm grinding on something. And just, does not look all that great or feel that great either. So I'm finally, between Jerry and our bestie and a few of my other friends, they're like, don't wait until you're going either. What was it? Don't wait until you're blind was the first one. It had to do with my eyes. Don't wait until you basically are rushed to the emergency room for an infected gum. And don't wait until you have such a psychological breakdown that they have to pick you up with a straitjacket. I know that was a joke, but the point was, don't let yourself go so bad psychologically that nobody wants to deal with you. Or they have to come in and put you in a straitjacket and put you in a rubber room for a while until you calm down enough to talk to a psychiatrist instead of yell at him. So, yeah. But I'm just trying to do what I can. And now that Jerry's, on the mend and she's doing a whole lot better and the doctors are giving her the ability to go to Texas, the only thing that they said is, one, she's got to wear her brace when she's up more than 30 degrees. Two, she can use a walker or a rollator. Three, she doesn't need to be back in town until for the end. I forgot when. I think it was like the second week of October that she has to be back in town to see her oncologist. I know sometime shortly after she gets back, she's got to go to St. Louis to see the doctors about her spine. And if the doctors give her the green light, she can basically take that brace thing and toss it to the wind. Or knowing her, in her case, she'll be like, just in case, let's just put it in storage. Well, I'm pretty sure if they tell you have to go back into a brace, they're going to want to measure you for a new brace, which you've been needing for the last month or two. So, yeah. In fact, her brace fell apart. We had to re-glue the strap for her midsection that holds the back into place. And she called the medical people, and they're like, we've never had a person wear one of those braces for this long. Well, the only thing we can tell you is you can either come up here and get remeasured and get a new brace, or you can, try to glue the piece that came off back onto the back part of the brace. So Jerry's like, well, I can't. No, I don't live right around the block. I live all the way in Rolla, and I'd have to have my husband take a day off just to come all the way out there to do this thing. So we took E6000 and just, put some glue on the brace, put some glue on the back of the Velcro piece that came off, slapped it back down, put the front part upside down into the back of the brace to hold everything down. And, in 24 hours, it was good as new. So I was like, okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. But, no, everything's actually been doing pretty good. I mean, Jerry's, other than emotional issues and just the pain from her shoulder still having the problem, skin problem, she's actually healthier than I am. She's got cancer still. There's no getting away from stage 4 cancer. Once you have that, you're basically on stage 4 criteria until who knows when. You know, her cancer can go into remission and be a non-problem, just something that she has to continuously go to the oncologist to have blood screening and double checks and her checkups basically. I'm hoping that happens soon. I really hope that by the end of this semester, which will be winter break for me, the doctors give her, a green light and say, your cancer is in such remission, we don't see any major evidence of the cancer except for, a little bit in your bloodstream. But the x-rays and scans say that, the tumors have the tumors in the bones have basically gone away and the bone is recalcified, and the tumor on the kidney is so small that it's non-detectable. The blood says yes, you still have cancer in your system, but it's not detectable by any other source or any other means. That way we can start planning for okay, kid outside screaming. Hopefully by springtime we can take the week of spring break and go someplace. And then come sometime during summer recess, what we're gonna call it, we can go someplace. We can go to a couple different places within that 2.5 to 3 months of time off, and then maybe before the next semester, the next fall semester starts, we can sit down and see if I even have to worry about a full-time job, let alone a job. Don't know. All I know is the future looks bright, and that's what I want to focus on, is a bright future. I don't want to focus on, it's not that I don't want to focus on or deal with cancer. I just hope it goes away so we don't have to deal with it, unless something drastic happens, which who knows. But I I'm looking at a lot of different things that I would like to do. Before before winter time. There's a few things that I wanted to talk to Jerry about when she gets back from her vacation. I believe that her vacation, no matter what people have been saying about it, I think it'd be a good thing for both of us. The reasons why is we'll have that 5 to 6 days apart, so I can get myself calibrated, maybe get this room done without interruptions or anything like that. I'm also hoping that when she gets back and everything settles down and we get into a hopefully a better life routine, or however you want to put it, get reunified, however, I can't remember, whatever you want to call it. I just think that the time away will help both of us physically, mentally, and possibly spiritually. Because there's a lot of things I need to do in here, there's a lot of plans that I have, there's just things that have to be examined and dealt with. Other than that, I don't know how to explain it. But life is ever changing. Life is ever moving forward. And that I think that's what needs to happen is we need to start moving forward with plans and what we're doing and just things in general. I am exploring various different avenues for a healthier lifestyle. I'm going to try to get to that, appointment Monday for the psychiatrist. It's not really an appointment. It's go to Compass, do their paperwork, sit down and talk with them. It's like a 45-minute ordeal or something like that. And then they can set up an appointment and all that fun stuff. I'm also going to ask them if they have any connection to dental people that are covered by the United Health or Mercy, whatever you want to call it. Not Mercy. Medicare, Medicaid, I can't remember which one. All I know is my card for my insurance says United Health. We've had some issues with, not United Health, but with CVS getting medication because we had issues. We called Ambetter, said we're no longer using you because we got Medicare because of Jerry's health, and we're both covered by it. And they said okay, and then we talked to Medicare, and they said okay, we'll fix it. And I went to go get medicine the other day, and they said, oh no, you still have a co-payment because they told us to go through Ambetter first. And I went, according to Ambetter, we're done with them. They know this. According to United Health, we're working with them. We've got them. Well, let's just say, oh, well, you had to call, Ambetter or Missouri State Health Department or something like that to tell them to discontinue the, government-funded Ambetter. And my wife, both me and my wife have talked to these people, and they said, okay, sure, no problem. My sister-in-law, God bless her, typical New Yorker, all right, so that ain't working, they're not listening, blah, 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 blah. All right, hold on 1 second. And she called the governor or whoever it is, the person sitting in City Hall, or not City Hall, the governor's office that deals with medical. Basically, she gave him an earful and then said, okay, sure, we'll take them off, and called us and said, you're clear, you're good. And I would have loved to be a fly on the wall or a bug in the system to hear the conversation that went on, because I know my sister-in-law. She is basically, I joke about her. I love her to pieces. She's a good person. But I joke about her because, when it comes to certain things, she is part pit bull, part Brahma bull. Pit bull, she gets a hold of something, she ain't gonna let it go until she's satisfied with it. Brahma, it's a big animal with big horns and will plow through anything and everything to be satisfied. But I'm just okay. I don't know what she said to them, but so I'm just kind of out of my hands. I leave it alone. But anyhow, I'm gonna finish this off. I know I've kind of rambled and went from work to home to what I'm doing to what's going on. I just want everybody to know that it's the things that have been going on lately have been not only a learning experience, but a realization that I've got my circle of people who, even though sometimes I'm too pig-headed to listen, are always constantly trying to get me to be better. Get your doctor's appointments, get your, psychiatrist appointments, get your dental appointments, get your ducks in a row. Because without me having good health, I'm no use to Jerry. Which she'd rather be taking care of me, and and I'm like, no, I'd rather be taking care of you, because you're the one who's got the major illness. I've got, I've got my issues, and I've got my health problems and whatnot, and things of that nature, but it's not like I'm laid up in bed, not trying to harp on her or poke fun at her, because, the reason why she's laid up in bed is because of the cancer. Sometimes the chemotherapy will really do a number on her and put her down. And I feel sorry for her, because, like, she struggles on days, and there are other days where I should swallow my pride and say, okay, I've got to go running around. Do you want to come with me? Because a lot of times I'm just like, no, I'll do it myself. I'll be all right. Yeah, well, no, she needs to get out of the house and get some fresh air and that kind of stuff, which I'm hoping Lisa does for her. The things that I'm still struggling to do for her. Because, the week in Texas hopefully won't be like stifling hot. Won't be comfortable enough to get out of the house and get fresh air and go sightseeing, or I'm going to be envious. She's going to have the opportunity to go to places that we don't have here in Rolla. We have to drive either an hour and a half to 2 hours just to get to those kind of places. But anyhow, yeah. Oh boy. Sorry. I'm laughing at all the different things going through my head, and I want to sit here and talk for 2 hours, but I know I've got other things that I have to do, like cook dinner, things like that. So I bid you guys a farewell. If you enjoyed this little video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and ask or make. I'm actually, right now, the way I've been feeling lately, I'm like, I know sometimes it's hard to make comments towards me, because sometimes I'm like a light switch. I'll go from like okay to mad real quick. Thing is, those of you who are still commenting, and I do love the comments, you're doing your best with your opinions and your truth to be good-natured and coaxing in the right direction, and I appreciate that. I really do. I know I had 1 or 2 comments recently that were just like, huh? And I didn't understand at first, because it's just like, I'm not sure what their point is or what they're trying to get across. But I am, where did I put it? Where did I, anyhow, this is my brain. This is my brain on whatever's going on. I can't say insanity. I can't say foggy brain or algae brain. I'm not trying to point or pinpoint a reason for anything, because sometimes there are no reasons. It just is what it is. But my situation is kind of weird, but anyhow, we'll talk about things later, another day. Hopefully I can start getting my brain straightened out, because I think it's a combination of exhaustion And I don't mean that I'm not getting enough sleep, but it's just like whatever sleep I'm getting is, yeah. But anyhow, I'm talking too much, and I'm trying to bid you guys farewell for the day. um, yeah. If whatever I, if something I said today interests you and you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to. Hopefully soon I'll get my brain straightened out and start being normal. What is normal? But right now things have been out of sorts and weird, and just maybe I'm having a midlife crisis. I don't know. That happens. I think my cousin had a midlife crisis at the age of 50. And I don't think his midlife crisis was an actual crisis. I think his midlife situation was like a bing. Oh man, I've messed up my life. I gotta fix it. Maybe that's my situation right now. I'm trying to sort out what my life is. I mean, sometimes I don't know. But anyhow, if you guys want to subscribe, you can. Once you hit the subscription button, a little bell will pop up, and you click on that bell, and YouTube will let you know when I put in my next video. You guys have a good night. Bye.